Welcome back to another episode of A Scottish Island a Day, brought to you by bagtownclans.com. I'm your host, Colin MacDonald, and today we're venturing to a truly unique gem of the Outer Hebrides, the tidal island of Baleshare. This flat, unassuming island may not be the tallest or the most rugged, but it holds a story woven through history, natural beauty, and resilience. So let's dive into the story of Baleshare, or in Gaelic, Baleshire, meaning East Town. Baleshare lies to the southwest of North Uist, part of Scotland's beautiful Outer Hebrides. Unlike many other islands in the region, Baleshare is remarkably flat, barely rising above 12 metres or 39 feet at its highest point. This flatness gives it an unusual character among Hebridean islands, creating a landscape dominated by vast skies, long sandy beaches, and windswept dunes. The island covers around 8 square miles and is linked to North Uist by a 350-metre causeway that was constructed in 1962. Before the causeway, reaching Baleshare depended entirely on the tides, but today this fixed link has been crucial to sustaining the island's small population. Speaking of population, the island is home to about 49 residents spread across 2 settlements, Samla and Tiananachar. In the 19th century, the population was much higher, but like many parts of the Hebrides, immigration and economic challenges have led to a decline. Nevertheless, Baleshare has remained inhabited, bucking the trend of many smaller islands in the region, some of which were abandoned after failing to receive similar infrastructure investments like the causeway. Despite its relatively small population and low profile, Baleshare is rich in history, dating back to prehistoric times. Archaeologists have uncovered evidence of 2 prehistoric settlements on the island, revealing a circular stone house, pottery shards, bone fragments, and even metal tools. These discoveries suggest that the island was home to a community thousands of years ago, likely during the Bronze Age to Iron Age. Unfortunately, Baleshare's coastal heritage is under threat. Coastal erosion is a major concern for the island, as rising sea levels and storm surges gnaw away at its edges. In some cases, entire archaeological sites have been lost to the sea, with up to 50 metres of coastline eroded in a single storm in 2005. This vulnerability isn't a new phenomenon for Baleshare. Local legends speak of a West Town, once thought to have existed on now submerged land to the west of the island, possibly washed away in the 16th century. There's even a story that claims it was once possible to walk from Baleshare to the Monic Islands, some 15 kilometres, 9 miles to the west, during particularly low tides. While this land bridge no longer exists, the legend speaks to the ever-changing relationship between the sea and the people of the Hebrides. Baleshare has a history of adapting to its environment, and that includes its economic activities. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the island was the first in the Western Isles to turn kelp collection into a commercial endeavour. Locals harvested kelp, which was then burned to produce alkaline ash, a key ingredient used in making glass, soap, and even bleach for linen. Kelp harvesting became a lifeline for the island's residents and sustained the economy for many years. But Baleshare's contribution to the wider world doesn't end with kelp. The island was also the birthplace of John Fergusson, a notable figure in Canadian history. Born on Baleshare, Fergusson emigrated to Nova Scotia, where he went on to become a politician and later served as sheriff of Cape Breton County. His story is a testament to the far-reaching influence that even the smallest Hebridean islands can have. Baleshare might seem quiet and remote, but it's far from empty. The island's white sandy beaches and surrounding machair, a type of fertile grassy plain unique to the Hebrides, are teeming with wildlife. This habitat supports a wide variety of birds, including waders, gulls, and sometimes migratory species that stop off during their long journeys. For anyone visiting, a walk along the dunes that line the beach is a must. Whether the skies are stormy or calm, the views across the Firth of Clyde and beyond are nothing short of magnificent. The island may not have the rugged peaks of Skye or the dramatic cliffs of St Kilda, but its expansive openness and low horizon have their own charm. Navigation can be tricky here, as the flatness gives few landmarks to go by, and on a misty day it's easy to lose your sense of direction entirely. Still, for those willing to slow down and absorb the landscape, Baleshare offers a tranquil escape, perfect for anyone with a desire to experience the gentler, quieter side of the Hebrides. As we wrap up our journey to Baleshare, it's clear that this tidal island is more than meets the eye. From its prehistoric roots and economic innovations to its modern-day resilience against the forces of nature, Baleshare exemplifies the enduring spirit of the Hebrides. Its landscapes may be flat, but its history and community run deep. Whether you're a keen historian, an archaeology buff, or simply someone who loves to wander Scotland's far-flung islands, Baleshare is a place that invites you to reflect on the passage of time, the power of the sea, and the steadfastness of those who've called it home. That concludes today's episode of A Scottish Island a Day. Thanks for joining me, Colin MacDonald, as we explored the story of Baleshare. Be sure to tune in next time as we venture to another fascinating corner of Scotland's island tapestry. Until then, slán go foil.